Now we're going to learn how to set up an option for a product on the Evellier platform. Sometimes a garment will come in a number of different sizes and different colours. Setting up an option will create a field on the product page so that the buyer can select their size or their preferred colour. So this is how we set up an option. We're here on the Evellier admin dashboard. We click the hamburger menu and go to Catalogue, and then we click on the Options tab. You can see here a number of options have already been set up. We have size, and we also have colours for the various different brands. Now, it's important to have a different colour palette for each brand because quite often the brands have different colours or names for the colours in their range. So that's why we're customising each option for colour to a particular brand. So now what we're going to demonstrate is how to set up the colour option for the brand Room 24. So to set up a new option, we go to the three dots on the right-hand side, click and go to Add New Option. We add the option identifier. So here we're going to add colour, and in brackets we'll add Room 24. That's so that we know what brand the colour is referring to. The option name in English, which is how it will appear on the platform, we will just put colour. Now, the option, does it have a separate image? Yes. So when we're displaying a colour, let's say for a particular bra, then the buyer will want to be able to see the different colours. So in this instance, we'll say yes, the option will have a separate image for each colour. Is the option a colour? Yes, it is. If, for example, we're setting up new sizes, then we would say no, option is not a colour. And do we want the option to display in the filters? Yes. Then we save changes. Now in this setup, this section, what we're going to do is be adding the colours for that particular option for the brand Room 24. So we again go to the three dots and add New. Let's do that again. Okay, so what we have here is we're configuring the option values here. So the option value identifier is the name of the colour. So what we'll do is that we'll add the colour gold. In English, that will be called gold. Now what we have to do is determine what colour we want to show. We obviously want to show gold. Now this here is the hex number for the colours gold. When we click on it, what we do, you can see, is that there are a number of different colours, and what's showing up this number here is the website hex colour identifier. So what we want to do is choose, how do we choose what the button will look like for the colour gold? Now the best thing to do is to actually look through the brand's colours. And so what I've got up here is a number of the images from that particular brand's collection. Now we can see here that there are names, champagne, champagne. And if we scroll through, you can see different colours, blue, you can see gold, and you can see pink. So let's just have a look at the colour of the gold. We want to make sure that we're as close to that particular colour as possible. So we can see this velvet gold here. Let's go back to our colour picker. And what we're going to try and do is choose a gold which might be suitable. Okay, so maybe we'll choose this colour because it looks a bit darker in the photograph, but let's make it a little bit lighter here so that people can clearly see that it's a gold colour. where we were. Very important that we try and get as close to the colour that we think. It's looking a bit green now. A bit darker. Let's choose that as the gold colour. Okay, so now we're going to save changes. Now we're going to add all of the other colours. So let's add the new colour. So we add new. We've got our colour identifier up here. So let's just choose the colour black. It's another colour we're going to add. So again, the identifier is black and the name in English is black. Now let's choose the option value colour. This one should be fairly straightforward. I don't think we really have to do too much reviewing because the black is basically going to be black. So we choose the darkest colour, black, and then we save changes. Let's now look at another colour. Rockin' Blues is the colour of one of the products. Okay, now let's have a look at their product that has Rockin' Blues. Here's the Rockin' Blue colour. Now you can see that this is a pattern and it's kind of difficult to choose a colour because there are so many different blues within this pattern. But what we're going to have to do is just choose something, a colour that's more dominant. So I would go for something that looks in this range here, this kind of not too dark, not too light blue, and it slightly has a bit of a green tinge. So let's go over to our blue palette over here. And you have a look to see, is that kind of similar? I think that's very similar to where the colour is. So I think we'll choose this hex code and save changes. Now we keep on going through this process until we've added all of the colours in that particular collection. And then once we go to adding the products onto the platform, we can actually select the colour and add a particular product or image for that colour. And that's how we add options.